I Am Charlie. I Am Charlie, the teenage years. This is like the second iteration of I Am Charlie. So I wrote I Am Charlie when I was living in LA, when I went to directing school, and I was like, what kind of stories do I want to tell as a director and, you know, as a writer even? And so I started watching all of the blaxploitation films with strong women leads, with female black leads. And so I was watching Pam Grier movies, Teresa Graves, Christy Love, Coffee, all of those kick-ass women. And I was like, that's the story I want to tell. And so I modernized it to when it was modern, but that was like in 96 or something. And so now, you know, I've done, of course, I've updated it to the 2000s, but I did a table read, and I invited some producers, and this company picked up the IP, the intellectual property of I Am Charlie, and they suggested the podcast to start building an audience. And I was resistant at first, but then when I figured out how I wanted to tell the stories of podcasts, then I got excited, because the teenage years, those are formidable years, right? And there's so many influences that come at you as a teenager, be it at school, in your interpersonal relationships, through family, best friends, you know, be it a cousin or aunt, mom, dad, brothers, all of these things. Hi, Anthony. So I thought I'm going to give Charlie a lot of my journey in becoming, and not really knowing a lot, because I was so sheltered. My mother sheltered me all up under that wing, honey. I was just like, feathers, 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 feathers everywhere. So I said, yeah, this is a good start. So that's why I feel that this is important, because more often teenagers don't have a safe space to voice their opinions. So I'm excited to get this story out. So I put the link to the iTunes platform at the top of the chats. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to put it in here again. Boom. There it is right there. If you want to copy and paste that. That's the first. We've only released the first episode, so you don't have to catch up or anything. Just start. We're going to be releasing it every 2 weeks from now. See how it goes, because we want to gain traction. That's why I'm doing these lives and stuff like that. So Toni should be excuse me. It's Toni. I said Toni. Ooh. Toni should be coming in any minute now. So, do you have a poster for it? I do have a poster for it. I do. For you. Yeah, and it's also on YouTube too. So you could see the visual for it after you listen. It comes out, you know, it comes out like 2 days later. I don't see where I could post a picture here, but and there's an I Am Charlie, the series IG page. It's just getting, some traction. So yeah, this is to bring awareness to the project, basically. So does anyone have any other questions? Thanks for asking, Star. Thank you for asking. Yeah, there's the link right there. So, yeah, so let's see. What else can I say? Toni Belafonte. Love her. I've been working with her. Well, she's gonna tell you how many years. It's since the beginning of my solo teaching career. I'm in my 20th year as a teacher and director, but I wasn't independent until 2011. And I believe she came in 2012, but I'm gonna get the real fact on that as soon as she gets in here. Commenting a lot to spread the algorithm. Okay, Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I guess I have to wait till we finish this live. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me see. She's not here yet. Come on, Tana. Let's see who's this. Oh, that's Marcia. Okay. Thank you, Star. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, waiting for Tani, let me text her. Come on in. All right. All right. Did you listen to it yet, Star? Star, did you listen to it yet? Let's see. How many people do we have? Got 4 people in. Okay. That's a start. Tani's popular, so maybe when she chimes in. Oh, there she is. Once she chimes in, maybe more people will come. One and only Toni Belafonte.
All
There
right
you
now.
are.
I made it.
Hey, hey.
Oh, no pressure for my popularity. Let's see.
Come on, I know you got fans.
Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Let's
Yeah,
see what happens.
yeah, for sure. Thank you, Toni, for
Of course.
spending and sharing some of your time with me and us.
You know I'd do anything for you, girl.
Oh,
You know I'd
see,
do anything for you, my love.
I love you for that. Hi, Auntie Faulkner from Germany. I see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Ah, somebody divine lights like Toni.
Hey, Tony Ty.
Okay, so hi, Sean. Thanks for coming in. So we are here. Toni is one of my favorite actresses.
Oh, thanks for saying
Man,
that
when
since
she
I'm here.
comes you step up to the whole plate. You be like this with the bat. What you got? What you got, coach? You be wearing the swing, and I love you for that.
I mean, listen, you set the bar high, so I don't really have a choice. You know what I mean? Like I can't show up half staff, so you make sure I show up because I gotta show up for you. You know, when you playing with the best, you gotta be the best. So,
Well, I'm only as good as you are.
well, thank you. Look at us tossing it back and forth.
But
Hey, Damien.
that's a true story.
It's true.
Um, so you guys, this is what we're here for. Tani has signed on and agreed to star. She's the star of my scripted podcast, aka audio drama. I learned that new phrase.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
that kind of cool?
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi back, Damian D. Smith. Thanks for
We love
joining
you,
us.
D.
And so she is the voice of Charlie the teenager and grown up Charlie. The story is told through grown up Charlie's eyes in retrospect about all of the things that she's gone through to get her where, of becoming. It's a story of a young Jamaican American girl becoming. And I love that we have the authenticity of a Jamaican woman, an actor to voice this piece.
Mm,
I'm
mm,
so happy about that. And, also the woman playing your mom, she's authentically Jamaican.
yeah.
And so there's a lot of patois that's going to be going back and forth between these two characters. And I'm so excited to get that
So I,
part of
I,
her.
I would be remiss. It's patois.
Patois.
Patois. And the
Patois.
Jamaicans don't think that I'm that Jamaican, but I am Jamaican.
I stand corrected.
They'll call me a Yankee because
Oh,
I was
no.
raised in the States. So, you're not Jamaican. But when I say my Jamaican household raised me, I'm Jamaican, I
Amen.
was born in Jamaica, even though I came here as a very young little girl. And again, my mother and all of the family that I had around me was fully Jamaican. So I think I got a good amount of the island blood in me as well as the culture.
I love that. So exciting. So,
Mhm.
Tani, how long have we been together? How long have we been working together?
Officially, we've been working together for 14 years. I can't even believe it. Golly. I don't even know if I should have said that out loud.
That makes me so
I
proud,
started with you
though. It
when I
makes
was
me
16.
look at you. You gotta scratch your baby hairs. That's like me slicking down my baby grays. Yeah. Okay.
16. 16.
Okay. I accept. No buses around. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing that
Mhm.
we've built such a wonderful and trustful relationship. So we've created a lot of characters together.
We have. We
Which
have.
one pops for you that really still has a piece of your heart?
Um, Dang, that's a tough one. I mean, well, you definitely worked with me on my very first network booking, which was for Law and Order, playing Madame Susan, President Dubois for Law and Order, and that was amazing for me. It was scary, to step into that world.
Yeah. And
Um,
and and playing opposite Mariska Hargitay.
Playing opposite Mariska
I call her
Hargitay,
the
just
white meat Mariska.
exactly, right? Just her and I being in the scene together. I was super nervous, super scared, but you really did equip me with all that I needed, the life of her and the character, to go in there with that breath and just be confident knowing that I knew where she was coming from to be able to play with Mariska.
Mm.
Um, Obviously, we worked together on Whitney Houston, The
Oh
Dream,
my gosh, we did
right?
so much.
Yeah, we did a lot of work with her. And I'm kind of still sad that I didn't take that project further, but I've actually been kind of toying with the idea of bringing something back for her, maybe.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that's a
well,
surprise for you because I haven't said
I'm
anything
here
to
for your
you.
Whitney.
I haven't said anything to you because I'm still like toying with the idea. Um, so maybe there might be something there.
Okay.
A very unique perspective of playing her. So it wouldn't just be like what people would think about, like, oh, I'm portraying Whitney Houston and just like being on stage being Whitney Houston. It would be really intimate. It would be really deep, and I think it would be a real deep dive.
One
Um,
woman.
it would be ish, yeah,
Okay.
something ish.
Okay. I don't want you to expose too much.
Yeah, because I'm not. I'm like I'm still toying with it. I'm still toying
But
with it. I don't.
you put it into the universe. So the energy that you need to bring it to completion, may it attach itself. May the universe conspire to support you on this.
I receive it. Ashe.
Amen. Amen.
And well, I guess the fullest character that we worked on that unfortunately you got sick the night of the premiere to see of the essence. It's called Of the Essence, directed by um, Joseph C. Grant and EP by Ephraim Fetty Benson. Ephraim Fetty Benson. I just call him Ephraim. Some people know him as Fetty.
Mm.
But playing Karen in that film was the first time I'd ever had such a huge undertaking because it was just two of us in a full feature length film.
I can't wait to see that.
And
Can you tell us about it or is it still under wraps? Hi, Bonnie.
I think I could talk about it.
Yes,
It's
give
under
us a little
wraps.
something, something.
It's under wraps. It still hasn't been released yet. We're actually going to be doing some ADR this coming week. Um, but I can say, so it's based in the pandemic. We literally shot it in the pandemic, and the story is
Mhm.
around love and a couple in that space, what that looks like. And we do bring in some of the injustices that we were seeing that was live happening right before our eyes, police brutality and things like that.
Mhm.
But the character, Ephraim really gave you the green light. Kind of, I think we spoke about like me fleshing this character out and who would be best to do that, and it was like Marishka, of course, like whom else?
Mhm.
And seeing the project for the first time in 5 years,
Wow.
because it was the project that almost couldn't or that wasn't going to be. And
Real.
Joseph said that the performance that I gave was something that needed to be shown. Like he was like,
Amen.
this can't die. And so just a little backstory. While we were filming and they were uploading the footage, it was getting corrupted in real time.
Jesus.
So there were like, I think about 30% of the footage is missing from the film. Yes.
Whoa.
So the other day you shared my testimony that I shared about working with you, and you wrote 10 Take Tani, right?
Yes, yes,
And I teased you and I was like, I thought I was one take Tani, right? And
yeah.
so I'll explain that. So one take Tani is kind of like, yeah, you nail it on the first go. And what's better? That first take was it. Like, let's go, we can move on. However,
Uh-huh.
we know that that's not how film works, right? You have to shoot your wide, you got to shoot your medium, you got to shoot your close up, and then somebody may say,
Over the
hey,
shoulder.
something smudged the camera, da 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 da. We got to take that take again. And you always told us in class, and you were like, if you can't cry for 10 takes, if you can't do it for 10 takes, you're in the wrong business.
Hmm.
And so with,
Or no, or our job isn't done.
or our job isn't done,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's real easy knowing like, oh, we're going to get another shot of this and we're going to get another shot of that. I don't have to really bring it on this take. I can just kind of almost phone it in, or I can just like, I can do it, but not a little, I can do it, but not a lot. And for whatever reason, I'm bringing it on every take. And it was a good thing because, like I said,
Mm.
30% of the footage was missing. So if take number two was the one that we were able to save, but we didn't have takes 5, 7, or 1 and 3, that was it. So if the best work even wasn't present in that take,
Wow.
what would the end result be?
Right. Mm.
So seeing it and knowing that, it gave me a bit of the boost and the confidence and the energy that I kind of need right now with the nature of the business, everything being so uncertain. And as an
Yeah.
artist, you're just always, you can, oh, not always, but there's times you're just unsure about like, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Is this where I'm supposed to be? I've been doing this for a long time. They told me 10 years and it's been 14, you know. What's going on, but the work was strong. The set, Joe created a really safe working space as well
Mm-hmm.
as a meticulous working space, to make sure that what was needed to be portrayed was being shown. Um, and so I'm grateful for that, because sometimes you can work with directors that just kind of like say action and then that's it, and then they're like, okay, moving on, and you're like, can I get some direction? Can I get a note? And you don't always need a note, but sometimes you don't want to feel like the
It's nice
director's
to
just
just
putting
make
it.
sure we're moving in the right direction.
And you want it to be collaborative, right? There's
Yeah.
something about like having the freedom to just kind of do it your own way, but there's also something about having, it's almost like having a coach, right? Like LeBron has a coach, Jordan has a coach, like people who are the best, Serena has a coach, everybody has a coach to point out,
Including the best actors.
including the best actors, to point out those little blind spots. And you as an actor, you don't want to have to be like, you always say be responsible for your actor, but you want to be able to shut that off a little bit. You don't want to be watching yourself while you're performing.
Not ever. You'd
Right.
want to be having an experience.
Exactly. But if you're in a situation where a director is not directing you,
That's scary.
you get caught watching yourself, because now you have to be your own director, because
Yeah, I've
you
been
can't
there.
trust what they're doing or not doing, or what they're seeing or not seeing. So that was Joseph did a great job allowing both Garrett and I to be able to just kind of really let go and, like you said, have an experience and live authentically in the moment.
Yeah, I like Garrett too. I remember him in class, like towards the beginning of my solo teaching career. But yeah, I knew he definitely had leading man energy.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, we had a
I'm
lot of
really,
fun.
I'm looking forward to seeing your work in that.
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous
Seriously,
still.
but the one with Leon,
Yeah. Uh
you
huh.
hit all the damn notes. I was like, I was sitting there, I was like, when I see something good, I start wanting to fight. Oh, I'm a, I'm a mess her up when I see her. But so, I mean, to play against an actor like Leon, being his leading lady,
Uh huh.
that was so special.
It was really special.
And you stood up. I mean, there was no off dynamic of you playing. I was like, come on, actor.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
congratulations for that too.
I
I
appreciate it.
hope that finds its public light too.
I do. I hope so. It's been a long time coming with that as well. We did some pickup shots and we added some scenes and things like that. And I actually just touched base with the director, Daryl Pitts, the other day. So I actually want to reach back out to Dee and see what's going on with the project and if it found a home or and where that will be.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So let's talk about Charlie.
Let's talk about Charlie.
Um, what do you love about both Charlies? What do you love about teenage Charlie, and what do you love about grown up Charlie? Let's start with teenage Charlie.
I think when you're a teenager, there's something so special about your innocence, um, your innocence in the approach to the world, your innocence to just knowing yourself. Um,
Trying to know,
yeah, you think
trying
you
to
know,
understand. Yeah.
right? Like you think you know, and as a teenager, you always think you know everything, right?
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna tell me, you grown up person who's been on this planet all this time? How could you tell me more about anything in life than I know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
because I work with teenagers, and I'm just like,
Oh.
it gets trying at times, and you wish that they would just listen to an elder. And it's like we are the cheat code, but it's the cycle of life, right? Like when we were younger, we didn't want to listen because we thought we knew. And then you get older and you realize you didn't know a thing and you wish that you listened also.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's and got nothing to do with me. You just got to chalk it up. It's all the cycle of life. But I appreciate Charlie's innocence and her finding her way and finding herself, and also but being honest about who she is, like even because who she is not the norm, like the societal norm,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And her being confident enough to live in her experience, even if it might be in her
Or
mind,
even explore it a little bit.
exploring it, yes, even if it's like up in here,
Right.
right?
Like,
It's her own thoughts and nobody else may
yes,
know.
in her own thoughts. That's what I enjoyed writing about. Like those
Hmm.
the inner workings of a young girl, a young woman of color in this world, in a world that tries to tell you who you should be.
Hmm.
And so I enjoyed writing like that. And that's why, to me, I had to sort out what this was for me. Like, because I really I put my heart into it, but I was like, what is this? Because I started getting nervous of judgment.
Hmm. Hmm. As we all do.
Right.
And you
And
an
so
artist, you sensitive about your ish, right?
right, right.
Hmm.
You just put your stuff out there and hope, everybody's not going to like it. And just like I had to reconcile that with my teaching style. I was like, everybody's not going to love the way you teach, so get over it.
Hmm.
But I said, one morning I was doing my morning pages and I said, this is my testimony.
Mm. I love that.
Because just because we see where she starts and we'll see when she grows up how she is in the world as a female detective.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's flawed. She's highly flawed,
Mm.
but it's still a woman becoming. You know, I was flawed. I mean, we're all flawed, but it was just, I'm excited about if people would stay with the journey. So we find teenage Charlie, and then we find her in her womanhood.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be special. And you translate over so well into the film and television version of Charlie, which is great. You do your own stunts. You can kick butt. You can
Mm-hmm.
wheel a sword.
Yes. Yeah. I can do it all, darling.
And I love that. You know, I got the right one.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So what do you love about Grown Up Charlie?
So we're still exploring grown up Charlie, right? We're early in the episodes, and I don't have you obviously shared a couple more episodes, but I don't have like the grand layout of who Charlie is. So I'm still getting to know Charlie as we continue to unfold the series. But so far, she is very unapologetic, I've found, in her way she speaks, in her way she approaches things. She doesn't care as much, at least presenting about what other people think.
Mm-hmm,
Right?
hmm.
She's like, no, this is it. I know what I know, and you're not going to tell me otherwise. But that's what makes her a great detective. That's what makes her great at her job, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes her
Hmm.
great at what she does and her approach. And and what I'm just realizing, especially as a woman, and it's unfortunate, but just what it is. You just can't be nice to be if you're gonna be a boss. Like there is really that thing about a bitch and a boss. Excuse my language, right? Like
And
as
it's a
a woman,
boundary.
you just
A bit
can't.
of a boundary.
Yeah, right. Because you
Hmm.
want, as a woman, like you want to kind of have this softness to you, and you want to be able to like say things in a way that's appealing and sounds nice and pretty, and but it's not always respected. And sometimes you just got to take your gloves off and you got to get down and dirty, and you just got to be like, no, that's not what I said. I said this. That's not what I
Hmm.
want. I want that. That's not what I meant. This is what I mean. And you're gonna respect it. And people sometimes just don't respect niceties. They just don't. It's I don't know. It's just human nature.
Yeah, and they'll see it as a weakness, right? I always used to think that don't take my meekness for weakness,
There
because
you go.
you don't want to see my Brooklyn. You
That's what
just
I'm
don't.
saying.
You
But
just
people like
don't.
to challenge me in that way.
You
They
don't
don't.
want to see my Brooklyn.
It's almost like they don't believe it exists, and then when they get it, they're like, okay,
Yeah, but it takes a lot to get me there.
True. Same,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hmm.
Same. Because again, I want to lead with love. I want to be loving. I want to be my genuine self. I want to,
That
but
just
with,
should be
right. But if you start to think I'm a pansy, then I got to show you something else. Right.
that part.
That's just what it is. So I like, and it's not that she's like bitchy where it's a turn off, right? It's just like she's firm in her stance and who she is and knowing what she wants. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about her. And that's what I love about like words on the page and characters because it's true. It's true. You don't have to like we present in the world in a way where if that's who we are, we still try to sugarcoat it and we still try to like put a bow on it. But when it's a character and those are the lines and that's who she is, you don't have to put fluff around it. You could just be and you could just live in that truth. And there's so much freedom in that.
Yeah. You know, what I love about you is so stunning. When you drop into your need, the
Mm-hmm.
whole world for the character opens. Are you aware of that? Even when we were even when we were recording the podcast, we had to bring you in to do some more, voice
Mm-hmm.
work.
Mm-hmm.
And, the challenge was you didn't have the other actors.
Right,
And we
right.
were short on time. So you
Yeah.
were just like, bah, bah. It was like a speed bag. You were just knocking them out. But I said, okay, let's just find her voice.
Yeah.
And when I dropped you in, bring Charlie showed up. So
That's
that leads me to ask you,
yeah.
what are the commonalities between you and Charlie, be it young or grown up?
I think, that desire to have a love of your own, a love to call your own.
Yeah.
Why am I about to cry? No, I don't
That's,
want to
but
cry.
that's such a wonderful connection.
But it's so sad.